My company had been registered. Some other things, most of the things they asked, I brought them. And they said, okay. And we started processing it. And at the end of it all, I was favored. And I was given some equipment to support the one I have. And that is exactly what you have seen in what we displayed before during our production.
What does he think about the requirement of the bank?
Well, the requirement is so enormous, but I think if you follow it the way they say you should do it, I think it's not a big deal. The only thing is that it requires principle and discipline. The first thing they required is that the company should be registered. You must have your company registered before you come. You must have some people who will stand as your guarantors. You must have guarantors, and your guarantors must be people who are recognized in the society. People are of grade level 14 and above. And there is also what we call the security, a kind of a security money that must be deposited depending on the percentage of the amount you are looking for. Okay? Then they also require the tax clearance for the company that's properly registered. Okay? These were the things they required. And the experience and the skill. Because it's not just that you are asking for something, you must have the skill. So they asked me so many questions pertaining what I want to do, and I explained to them. They invited me 2 to 3 occasions to present my materials, which I did, and they looked at it and they say it is very, very good.
He talks about what he may consider the most difficult criterion.
You must know that it is finance aspect of it, because when they asked me that I have to deposit 10% of the total amount I requested for, it was very difficult for me as somebody who just started about 3 years ago. But as God may have it, I met up that requirement. They told me that by the time we finish, that is when the number of the years have elapsed and I'm able to complete the money that were given to me, that one I deposited will also be given back to me.
What is the production capacity of the factory?
Right now, we run both day and night, that is on shift. And in each of the production, we have close to 50,000 pieces of the bottle. Mean that between the hours of 7:30 in the morning and 7 o'clock in the evening, we produce 50,000, close to 50,000. And in the night, we also have the same thing. So on 24 hours production, we give closely to 100,000 pieces.
What motivated him to situate his factory in Abakwa area of Enugu State?
I kind of did a feasibility study around this area, and I discovered that they always have power. That's electricity. Okay? And I decided to site the factory around this area. And again, we also look at the accessibility of the road, because sometimes you may produce, but because of if the road is not okay, the customers may not have access to take the goods from you, because you don't just take it to the market. They come to your factory. If they place order, they come to your factory and pick what they have placed order for.
What impresses him the most about the Bank of Industry?
Before I approached Bank of Industry, people used to tell me that if you have a vision, if there is something that you think you can develop, and you can do it very well, that Bank of Industry will always assist. And that was actually what I had in mind when I approached them for them to assist me. And when I went to them, I discovered that what people were saying is actually the truth. They assisted me. They will not only assist you, they will give you the guidelines, the business principles, and some of the ethics that you must consider as a businessman. And above all, they have supported me financially. And that is the highest excitement I have had, because now you can see the equipments. And these are as a result of the assistance they have given to me.
What impact does the intervention have on his business?
Before now, I used to produce about 25,000, close to 25,000 boats. That is when the power is steady. But now you can see that we have increased from 25,000 to have a close to 100,000 pieces per 24 hours. So you can now see the tremendous increment. And if not because of the assistance, I don't think whether I may have gotten to such maximum production. Okay, so because of that, you can see that the turn up also is directly proportional, because when you produce, when you have more quantity you produce, the more quantity you sell and more profit you make.
He is excited about the idea behind the Bank of Industry.
Generally, I appreciated the effort of Bank of Industry, and I also appreciated the effort of Enugu State also, because when I was sourcing for the fund to get this equipment, I went through the SME, that is Enugu State's SME board. I approached them for fund, and they also helped me immensely, because through their effort in terms of advice, in terms of encouragement, because they told me that it is not only the Bank of Industry that is sponsoring whatever thing I'm doing, that they have a part to play. I think the governor at one time also said that we should not pay percentage for the state, that it is only the part of the Bank of Industry that will be paid. So I sincerely appreciated their effort.
How confident is he about the future?
Well, the future is bright as I'm seeing it. And I believe that with the kind of effort we are putting into this production, with the kind of the support that the Bank of Industry have given to us, and with the kind of dedicated staff I have here, we are going to move higher from this close to 100,000 capacity we are producing now to something higher than that in no distance time.